Tulane.
The pass and review serves two functions for the superintendent. It dismisses the cadets, and at the same time, provides an opportunity to inspect the state of discipline and training. As the cadets pass and review before the reviewing party, members of each unit will turn their head and eyes and salute on the command eyes, right. The marches that will be played as the cadets pass and review are National Emblem, the official West Point March, Sons of the Brave, the Tulane Fight Song, On Brave Old Army Team, and the Army Goes Rolling Along.
The 1st Regiment is commanded by Cadet Captain
where are you?
From Lima, Ohio. The Regimental Command Sergeant Major is...
Are you near the plane?
Sergeant Major Samuel Herbert from Chandler Heights,
Are you near the plane where the review is going on?
The 1st Battalion is commanded by Cadet Captain Claire Hyde from Mundelein.
Okay, now listen, I am near E. I'm sitting at the top of the stands, and I'm right next to the letter E.
From Arbor Vitae, Wisconsin.
So come up and join us.
Company A is commanded by Cadet Captain Dan DeSaco from Mayapack, New York. The 1st Sergeant is Cadet 1st Sergeant Matthew Frazier from Columbus, Ohio.
Okay, so that was A1. I'm gonna go here. This is B1.
Company B is commanded by Cadet Captain Michael Finn from Columbus, Ohio. The 1st Sergeant
is C1.
Cadet 1st Sergeant Samuel Wilkins from Washington, D.C.
This is the best view because I'll get two of them. C1.
Company C is commanded by Cadet Captain John Adams from Newmarket, Maryland. The 1st Sergeant is Cadet 1st Sergeant Bennett Long from Batavia, Illinois.
Okay, this is...
Company D is commanded by Cadet Captain Jason
D1 is
from Regiments, Virginia. The 1st Sergeant is Cadet 1st Sergeant Cody Vanderat from Riverside, California.
E1.
The 2nd Battalion is commanded by Cadet Captain Lisa Yarmouth from Lovettsville, Virginia. The Battalion Command Sergeant Major is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Luis Rivas from Cajay, Puerto Rico. Company E is commanded by Cadet Captain Michael Clark from Monroe, New Hampshire. The 1st Sergeant is Cadet 1st Sergeant Michael McCullough from Evansville, Indiana.
F1.
Company F is commanded by Cadet Captain Bridget Bentley from Chicago, Illinois. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Dan Kruger from Louisa, Alaska. Company G is commanded by Cadet Captain Connor Greeley from Chicago, Illinois. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Dustin Gates from Fort Mill, South Carolina.
I think this is G1.
The second regiment is commanded by Cadet Captain Kyle Thompson from Indianapolis, Indiana. The regimental command sergeant major is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Patrick Walker from Atlanta, Georgia. The first battalion is commanded by Cadet Captain Dylan Potter from Marcellus, New York. The battalion command sergeant major is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Truck Baldinger from Nashville, Tennessee. Company A is commanded by Cadet Captain Tel Wilson from Scobie, Montana. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Pat Sayusin from Woodridge, Illinois. Company B is commanded by Cadet Captain Matthew Woolley from White House, Tennessee. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Edmund
Mickey, move up
from
here.
Anaheim, California.
No, let him move up there.
Greg, good to see you, buddy.
Company C is commanded by Cadet Captain Brendan Wright from Sacramento, California. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Brian Nelson from Battle Creek, Michigan. Company D is commanded by Cadet Captain Krista Cass from New Brighton, Connecticut. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Mike Patterson from Tinley Park, Illinois.
I'm not even a child.
The second battalion is commanded by Cadet Captain Jonathan Morgan from Richmond, Virginia. The battalion command sergeant major is Cadet Command Sergeant Major James Hall from Baltimore, Maryland. Company E is commanded by Cadet Captain Matthew Longo from Littleton, Colorado. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Nicole Palazzo from New Windsor, New York. Company F is commanded by Cadet Captain Jacob Groves from Natchez, Washington. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Eric Solomon from Limestoneville, Pennsylvania.